We're hunting in the Gila National Forest on a very special hunt, Billy's Hunt of a Lifetime for big old elk, and Wired Outdoors starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Wired Outdoors. This is my favorite episode of the year. It's our Hunt of a Lifetime episode where we're going to be taking Billy Myers after elk in the Gila National Forest of New Mexico.
Before Billy got sick with leukemia, he was the average teenage kid. He was out riding bikes, playing soccer. He's been playing soccer since he was 5. That was his goal, to be a famous soccer player, while other kids were going and talking about getting their driver's license. He couldn't, but he did end up getting his driver's license, and then he ended up having seizures because of when chemo caused him to have seizures, and he was in the hospital for a month. So they pulled his license from him. As soon as he got his driver's license, they took his driver's license. So that kind of hurt him. He was upset because all his friends were talking about driving and going to work, and he can't do that. Soccer, that's been hard because he has to sit on the bench and watch everybody else play soccer, and it's hard as a parent to see that, since he's been playing soccer since he was 5, to see him sitting on the bench, and I know it hurts him. He's a very positive kid, and he's always been like that. When we think the worst, he always makes us think the best. And he's talking about it on Facebook to everybody, and he's just like, I'm gonna get a big one. You know, he never had any doubt, and that's just how he is. His whole personality and his whole fight through all this is, I'm gonna kick this, I'm gonna beat it. And that's how he was with this. He's just excited and to come out here and be able to experience this. But I know he's very excited about being able to come out and go hunting.
Since I've been diagnosed with the leukemia, it really changed my life a lot. Like, I used to take everything for granted, and now, since it's like you have to do everything on your own, so I don't take anything for granted. And I have to go to physical therapy like 3 times a week, and I'm not allowed to play soccer, and I used to have like sponsors in my freshman year, and I lost all my sponsors and everybody my freshman year because of my leukemia. So it's like I just basically had to like restart and just keep working at it, and eventually I'll get through it and everything will be okay.
Well, we were all really excited to send Billy on his Hunt of a Lifetime, but first things first, we had to raise enough money to send him on his way. And we always do that at our event called Camo Cares. But this year was a little bit different. I got a call you never want to get. His mom, Tanya, called me about 3 weeks before the event. She said, Jason, unfortunately, Billy's in a coma. And your first instinct is, well, oh my goodness, you want Billy to be okay. But then we were thinking, well, he's probably not going to be at the event this year, and we'll just have to figure out a way that we can introduce him to the crowd without him being there. And about a week out from the event, I'm on Facebook, and there's an instant message feature, and up pops Billy Myers. And I was floored, and all he said was, I can't wait for Camo Cares. And I got choked up, about started crying, and not quite knowing what to say. I said, I guess you're out of your coma. And he said, yep, I can't wait to go hunting with you guys. And you know, and I had a tear in my eye, and to us, that's what it's all about. For it to mean that much to these kids, the first thing he does when he comes out of his coma is to tell us he can't wait for Camo Cares, and that's what it's all about, and we couldn't wait to make Camo Cares extra special for Billy Myers this year.
I just want to thank everybody that came out to Camo Cares and for supporting Camo Cares, because if it wasn't for you guys, Billy wouldn't have been able to come out and on this hunt, and we just appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. And I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting Camo Cares.
Camo Cares is an all-day event, and it starts out with an archery shoot first thing in the morning. And we were proud we filled it up with 240 shooters. Here's some highlights from the shoot. Once we awarded the winners of the archery shoot, it was time to kick off one of the most popular parts of the event, and that was the raffles. With over 80 great prizes for some of the best sponsors across the country, there was things for everybody to win, including Steelers quilts to log furniture, bed, guns, bows. So we're gonna get started and show you a few highlights. The evening always wraps up with 3 awesome bands. Leather and Lace kicks it off with Atta Girl Rex following them, and then Leverage. And we always have a blast just kicking back and having a good time with all of our friends, family, and fans. And this year was no different. With thousands of people, we couldn't have made it happen. It was absolutely awesome. Here are a few highlights.
This year, when it was all said and done, all the numbers were tallied, we'd raised $40,000 at a one-day event to send Billy Myers and 12 other kids on their hunt of a lifetime.
Okay, here we are. We're at the Albuquerque, New Mexico airport waiting for our favorite hunt of the year. It's our hunt of a lifetime hunt. We're hunting with Billy Myers. A lot of you folks saw Camo Cares this year, and we were fortunate enough with your help to raise $40,000 for kids with life-threatening illnesses. Now it's time for the hunt. So we're here. We're going to be picking Billy up. We're going to get on the road. We got about a 4-hour ride to camp. We're going to get a good night's sleep. We're going to get up and hunt tomorrow morning. You tired? How are you doing, bud? Give me a hug.
Ready for this?
Well, just to give you a little information about how special Billy's hunt's going to be, we're going to be hunting in the Gila National Forest in New Mexico for elk. And this year, New Mexico every year will award what's called the Commissioner's Tag. And Billy was awarded the Commissioner's Tag, and what that means is he could hunt with any weapon in any season in any area of the Gila National Forest. And we're going to be hunting with Trophy Ridge Outfitters. Audrey and Roger McQueen, who are world renowned for their operation. You know, we got in camp, Stan Potts antlers were hanging on the wall, you know, and the Parkers were here the week before. And Audrey is actually a national champion elk caller as well as Roger. So we were really fortunate and blessed to be in camp and get this hunt. And you should also know that the Gila National Forest is primitive weapons only. So Billy was actually going to be able to hunt with his rifle on a week where literally the week of archery season ended the week before. There was no hunting season at all this week that he's going to be there, which meant he had the whole national forest all to himself. Okay, here we are. It is our first afternoon hunt. We had a good time this morning. We heard a bunch of bulls, saw a really big one when we left, so Billy got to see his first elk. Do you think that was a big elk? Yeah, it was a pretty good one. You think you wouldn't mind taking one like that home? So, so we're going out. We're heading out here this afternoon. It's warm, you know, right around 80 degrees. But we're gonna go out. Hopefully they're waking up here pretty soon and heading back down to the water, and we can catch one coming down and get out and get after it. What do you think? You ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tanya, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay, here we are. This is our first evening hunt. we came in here and there's a water hole down here, so it's nice. We got Billy out of the truck and we're gonna let him sit over this water hole. There's tracks everywhere, big tracks. I know there's some big bulls in here. Just hoping they get in here before it's dark out. They've been coming in really late, so we're gonna see what happens. We've got Billy good and comfortable. We're ready to go. Lots of tracks. Hopefully we see a nice big shooter come in. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, it's a plan. Billy, all I gotta say is, Douglas Pickles out last year, we didn't see nothing the first day. We didn't hear anything. Second day, boom. That's the ticket. We had a great first day. It was a little bit disappointing that we didn't see any elk, but I've learned a long time ago with these kids, they never let anything get them down. And Billy went online that night and commented to thousands of Wired Outdoors fans that tomorrow was gonna be his day.
Well, as you can see, Billy kind of has a tough time getting around. His chemotherapy treatments make him pretty weak. So our strategy for the next day was to get out there in a truck, cover a lot of ground, do some glassing, and see if we could locate him a good bull. After seeing some good bulls in the morning that we just couldn't get out in front of, they got into the timber pretty quick. Our guys, Roger and Mike, decided the best thing we could do was to get up high from a vantage point and do some glassing and look for some herds.
From our vantage point, we spotted a herd of over 20 elk and one good bull, and the guide explained it was gonna be really tough to get Billy into position and to beat the eyes, nose, and ears of that many elk. And we said, we're never gonna know if we don't try, and we'll take care of getting Billy wherever he needs to go. Okay, we've been up on top of this ridge glassing, found a real nice 6x6 bull with a bunch of cows. We're thinking 15, 20 cows. It looks like they're getting ready to bed down soon, so we're gonna try and do a stalk on them here. So I'm gonna drive around, probably gonna have to haul Billy on my back a little bit, but we said we'll do whatever it takes, so hopefully this all works out. To get Billy into position, we had a long ways to go over some really rough terrain. And Billy, being the tough kid that he is, he wanted to do as much of it on his own as what he could. But obviously there were some spots that were just a little bit too rough, so I put Billy on my back. And the entire time I was carrying Billy, all I could think to myself was, it wasn't just me that day that was carrying him, but it was everybody back home, people all across the nation that have supported us in Camo Cares. You were all with me there. And I knew that something really good was gonna happen. Home stretch. We have this bull's right up here. We only got like 50 more yards to go, and he's gonna have a fairly good shot. I'm not sure how far he is, but we're down the home stretch. We're gonna have to crawl. We gotta stay below this height. We just gotta get up here about 20 yards and we'll have him blocked. I don't know if he's gonna be able to crawl. Can you crawl? Alright. You do what you can do. If you can't do it, we'll change what we're doing. You tell me no if you can. Alright.
So after 3.5 hours of a really tough stalk, we found ourselves within 75 yards of that entire elk herd. And I'll tell you what, I've been on a lot of elk hunts and I've never experienced anything quite like that. And it was obvious to me at that point that the man upstairs was really looking out for us. And all we needed was one more small miracle for that big old bull to show himself.
There, Buffy.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Nice job. Generous shot. Stay there. He's gonna come out here.
There he is.
Okay. Hold on a second. Can you wait till them cows clear? I think he's gonna go down.
Yeah,
You got him. Atta boy! Good job! Give me 5, buddy.
That was a hunt, man. We belly crawled. We came how many yards? Awesome, man. Good shot. You put it right where you needed to, huh?
Congratulations, man. I didn't know if it was ever going to happen. How long have we been out here?
Nice job.
Man,
Way to
you
be, buddy.
belly crawled. How many
Tell you
yards did
what.
we come? Oh my
You
goodness.
earned that one, son. You earned that one.
You definitely did, man. That
That
was a
was-
hunt and a half. Congratulations. I'm going to go get your mom.
I'll tell you, this hunt was just tremendous in so many different ways. Billy's elk wasn't the biggest one in the Gila, but it didn't matter because his hunt was just so incredible. The way he was able to stalk in there with us, just kept working so hard for that bull, never lost his composure, just made a great shot. Sitting there watching it all unfold, I was just blown away. And I'll tell you, it was an honor for me to be on this hunt, and I couldn't be more proud of you, Billy.
Well, here we are again. My favorite hunt of the year has ended in an absolute, again, every year we go on these, you start to wonder. We didn't see any elk yesterday. And, I've learned a long time ago, you don't get down, you don't get discouraged. And Billy told everybody on Facebook, he said, I got this thing, right? He said, I got it. So it's been a long road here. There's a lot of people back home pulling for you at Camo Cares and everywhere else. And just being here with you, I want to thank you for letting us come and, be a special part of this. We want to thank Trophy Ridge Outfitters and Roger and Audrey and Mike for being here and putting Billy on this elk. And, just want to give you a chance. I know there's a lot of people that you want to say thanks. You probably can't hit all of them, but if you want to thank anybody, Billy, go ahead.
I just want to thank Mike, Roger, and Audrey for letting me come over to have a chance to get an elk, and thank Hunt of a Lifetime and everybody that helped me get here.
Great. And this is what it's all about. And today I know I'm gonna start crying. I don't want to be too long, but you saw me carrying Billy over here, and this was a real hunt. It's one thing we thought we might have to just spot and glass and shoot one from the truck, but this kid was a trooper. We belly crawled. I carried him part of the way, and the whole time I'm carrying him, the only thing I can think of the whole way across is it wasn't me just carrying him. It was everybody that was at Camo Cares this year and came out and was a part of that. You all had a part in making this happen, and it's been very, very special. You see Billy, he's not feeling real good. It's not easy for him to walk across these rocks and belly crawl, and he did it. And he was just a trooper and a great hunter, and it's been a privilege and honor to be here. And thank you everybody that helped make this dream come true. As you can see, this was another very emotional hunt, and we cannot say thank you enough to all the people who support us here at Wired Outdoors and Camo Cares. We want to announce that Camo Cares 3 is set for June 23rd in Freiburg, Pennsylvania. We know a lot of you out there can't make it, so we hope that you will now consider donating online by visiting our website at wiredoutdoors.com and click on Camo Cares and donate to this wonderful cause. You hear us thanking our sponsors and all the people who help out with Camo Cares, but sometimes I think we forget to thank the people who mean the most, and it's all of our Hunt of a Lifetime kids. Timmy Mickle, Ariana Evans, Matthew Charlone, Douglas Fickle, and Billy Myers. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for making me a better person and a better human being and just be a small part of your life.
I'd also like to thank the Hunt of a Lifetime kids. It's been an absolute privilege to be able to share these hunts with you. And during that time, you've taught me to never take anything for granted and to treat each day like the blessing that it is. And I hope that going forward, I can keep the same positive attitude and perspective that you've shown me during the short time that I've known you. And for that, I'll be forever grateful.